Okay. Somebody didn't see my damn lights. Okay, so we're on a third video. The X-Men video was 30 minutes long because I went through every X team from X-Terminators, X-Men, Excalibur, X-Force, X-Factor, New Mutants. Not the New Mutants. I basically tried to keep it in the 80s. But you have a fuck ton of X-Men that would be more than qualified to keep your ass alive in the zombie apocalypse. So now we're going to the Avengers. Let's do this in two parts. Because there's 3 teams of Avengers. And this is before the new Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, who was Miss Marvel at the time and not an Avenger. So you have the East Coast Avengers. We're going to go there first. In the East Coast Avengers, we're going to use Thunderstrike instead of Thor. Okay? Because they're the same guy at this time before Thor was removed from Eric Master's body and went to Asgard and got his own fucking hammer named Thunderstrike. Okay, so that covers that. He has the power of the God of Thunder, so he can summon lightning and do all the other magical shit that Thor can do, and he can fly. That knocks that out. So on the East Coast Avengers, we have Hawkeye, we have Wasp, we have Yellow Jacket, aka Ant-Man, the original, we have Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and we have Captain America, and the list goes on to Wonder Man and Vision. I'm going to stop it right there because those last few guys, and Wasp and Yellow Jacket, they doubled up. Some were on the West Coast and the East Coast, which goes back to Iron Man and Rhodey. We'll keep them on the next video for the West Coast Avengers. And you have Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, Hercules, and a fuck ton of others in space, which includes the Knight. I can't remember the Knight's name, but there's a Knight. He also has a flying horse. So, could these guys save your ass in a zombie apocalypse? Not only could they save your ass, they'll be kicking zombie ass for days. Now, let me bring this in real quick because Captain America is on the list. I did Thunderstrike first because I don't have a shield. The Captain America shield is vibranium. He tosses it, it'll hit a zombie, it'll bounce off, and it'll keep hitting a zombie. And sadly, with the exception of the fact that he is a fighter, he's knocking on the option block door. The reason I said that, because even though this is a projectile and is made out of vibranium, they're zombies. So if it doesn't cut them in half or rip their heads off, he's basically only slowing them down. He's not destroying them, but he's slowing them down. Now let's go to Yellow Jacket and Wasp, because Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, husband and wife team, they shrink. So they could probably fly in and blind all the zombies or do all the other things, but Yellow Jacket also could grow tall, just like when he was Giant Man. So Van Dyne, she's knocking on the option block door. Yellow Jacket, knocking on the option block door because of the simple fact that they do shoot projectiles, but they're best at their strongest when they're like puny. So unless you see them flying around droopy slamming the shit out of zombies, they're knocking at the option block door with Cap. So far, Thunderstrike's the only one that we can really say is doing something. Excuse me. Now, moving on. Wonder Man has super strength, and Vision can shoot projectiles. So, they both will be pretty handy in a fight. But Wonder Man, I forgot what his superpowers is and how he got them. I know he was a stuntman. His name is Simon Williams. He'll be like Cap. They're knocking on the option block door. But Vision, on the other hand, he can blast things. So he's shooting everything around and all that stuff. So he'll really cut through some damn zombies. Now, that being said, let me check the time. Okay, we're at the 5-minute mark. So this is only going to be a 2-parter, and the other Avengers will be coming up right after this. With the guys I named, the only ones you really have to worry about are the ones who don't have a lot of projectile powers. So we're going to go into Hawkeye and Mockingbird. Both of those, they shoot things. I forgot what Mockingbird does. I can't remember if she's a mutant, but I know she has projectile powers, and she's a good fighter. Hawkeye's not a mutant, but he's a great fighter, and he's really handy with the bow. Not my recurve, but he has a bow, and his bow also turns into a staff, and when he was rolling, he could do some stuff too. So, for hand-to-hand combat, he's okay, but for projectiles and his arrows that can do damn near anything, he's knocking on the option block door while his wife Mockingbird is kicking everybody's ass. Because I remember she does have some kind of shooting powers, but I can't remember what, but they retconned all that shit, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to end it there so that we can do the West Coast Avengers and the Space Avengers, and then you guys will have one more or two more teams that I will go through.